Hey people, this is the Broken Puppet, and this is how to draw a foo dog, or guardian lion, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah. Any other videos you'd like to see, or any tutorials, and just let me know, comment below, subscribe, yada yada yada. Enjoy. Okay people, how to draw a foo dog, or guardian lion, or whatever names I go by. And yeah, you know the kind of thing, you know, this cool kind of Oriental style lion. And it's going to be very detailed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a picture, the finished one, to my Facebook as well if you want to see a reference. Now this is a bit more advanced than the usual ones, but bear with me, I'm sure you're about to do it. This is what it's going to be. Something like this bad boy. Now first off, sketching a rough circle. Sketching, so rough circle, just a bit low there. Now from this point, curved line like that. It's like a little cylinder shape. And that, and this one you want like another circle here, quite big. And make like a box shape towards that one. And that. Another circle just after this one, pretty much around the same size. And lastly, an oval, so an oval to a circle. Now this is just plotting out the body shape. Now the idea is this circle here is going to be the head. This is going to be one of the arms. This is going to be one of the arms going inside the shoulder piece, and this back one's going to be where the leg is. This back bit here will adjust as we go through it, but it'll probably change slightly as we get towards it. Going to start off with the face. Now the face, these kind of faces vary up very differently, so don't think this is the only way of doing it. Now to start with, and that we're going to do the nose. Now it's like a long smooth kind of V shape, and then you start off like a little curve outwards, come down, and curve back in just a little bit to make the nostrils. See, just like that. Little simple little shape. Then just bring out two like curves around the outside, just mimicking the same shape, just a bit wider. And that kind of creates the nostril bits on the outside. Little line in the middle, just give like a little split down the nose. And that. Now just underneath this, you want to bring a line, curved one. Like you know when you get the typical like kind of old faces, like the frowny face, just a little kind of curve. Yeah, just go for that. On the edge, little triangle shape, and a smaller one there. Little triangle shape, smaller one there. That just creates like teeth on the outside. Real simple but effective. On the edge, from the side bit of the tooth, just bring a curve around that bottom. Just like that. And then do the same on the other side. So you just curve around that line. And then just flick. Real simple. And that. Then above here, you can get a pencil if you're going to be worried about, you know, getting them in the right place. From the middle of the mouth, curving up the nose. See that kind of curved line there, that shape? And that. And bring a line just across here. And that's so you can get the eyes roughly even. You want an eye there. And you want an eye here. You can make them a bit higher if you want, or a bit lower. But that's roughly the distance you want apart. You want them just past the nostrils. And that. Now for these ones, we're going to start off with the eyebrow first. And at the eyebrow first, we're going to start with a line that curves down. And then flicks like that. That's going to be like the frowny part of the eyebrow. And then after this, we're going to do little flicks to make a line. Just keep going, almost at a 45-degree angle, just little flicks, parallel, going outwards. And then we're going to flick it up just off the edge. Come back with a few little lines just like that. That kind of creates an eyebrow. And then what you do is a circle shape just underneath where you plotted out that line. Very basic circle, just like that. A little dot somewhere to make him looking. I'm going to make him looking over there. And then we're going to do the same thing, just the other way around on the other side. So bring out that line like that. Flick those little lines, come to the edge, flick it in. A few little lines on the outside. And bring in the eyeball. Something just like that. And now what I like to do is a little line underneath the eye. So we come from about halfway down the side of the eyeball. And and bring in a little kind of wiggly line just underneath like that. So you just bring it around and flick it back like that. And then from here you want to do 3 of these curve shapes going towards where the mouth is. So bring one line out, flick it in. One line out, flick it in. One line out, flick it in. Now you can vary these up, you know, it's just what I like to kind of do the cheeks. Flick it in, flick it in, flick it in. And now you can do a couple of little dots along it. I'm going to show you what our whiskers kind of would be. You can put a few little whiskers if you want. It's not necessary, but I like to do it. And that, I'm going to bring in a little line up here, just make this line just a bit thicker, just like that. Now underneath the chin, and now I like to split into 2. Same way we've done the eyebrows, little line flicks, and just make a little kind of curve shape up to the middle bit, and then do the same the other side. Just little line flicks, go down, then curve up, and now you create that little chin piece. Now underneath this we're going to do the beards. Now you can go crazy with the beards. I'm going to do this one similar to the one I showed you. I'm going to bring this line down, flick it down, and from here I'm going to bring it back up a bit wider, and I'm just going to put a few flicky little bits on the outside. A little detail line going down a little bit, just there. And I'm going to do a similar one on this side. And just a few little flicks coming back like that. You know, just practice with your flicks. You know, I mean, I know once I do it, it looks pretty good, but once you sort of trying to originally get started doing this, just practice your flicks. You know, it's simple to do once you get the hang of it. And now, after the side of the mouth here, I'm going to bring another little curve just here, another circle bit just here, put a little tooth, so it's like an extra bit of cheek on the side, just kind of like that. And then what I like to do here is the same thing we're doing with the little lines. We're going to make these ones longer and closer, and they're going to curve so they make like a circle shape. So I'm going to keep bringing longer lines, all kind of parallel, just slightly turning as you do each one. So you start one and just keep turning until you get like a kind of semicircle shape. Do the same on the other side. Just like that. Little frown line in the middle of the eye bit there. Give them 2 actually, make them kind of frowny. And that. But then once we've done that, we've got the cheeks, little base bit of beard. I'm going to bring in the ears and the head bit at this point. Now the head bit is just going to come up from where this eyebrow is. I'm going to make a little bump up, little bump, flick. And then another one, kind of around the middle bit of the head. Just there. And you can have the lines touching if you want, I prefer not to have them touching. It's just that kind of oriental style, sometimes you don't have to have them touching. And I'm going to create the ears now. Now the ears I like to do pretty big. I'm going to bring it out, curve it up, and that. Just a little bend there, and come down. Now, I like to make mine very much like dog ears, so they'll have a right kind of typical kind of dog kind of vibe to them. Cut this one down, bring this up, a little bump, flick down, a little flick inside if you want. And that's pretty much it for the ears and the top bit of the head. And that now, the top bit of the hair, you find a lot of these food dogs and Chinese lions have almost like curl locks, kind of in braid, like these sort of circle pieces. And that's just a simple way of doing it, which I like, that looks pretty effective. You just start with a swirl, swirl it around until you get to the bottom. Just keep putting these around the top of the head. Until you have a nice little collection of them. Something like that. You can add loads more if you want, you don't have to stop there, you can put as many as you want. You can even bring them past the head bit, you know, on towards the cheeky bits. And now we've got that, I'm going to widen this beard because I want this beard bit to come right around the face now. Now that we have the structure of the ears, we can do that. Same thing, I'm just bringing that long curvy lines, bringing it around. And try to make layers of these, don't kind of bring them off on the same place. Like, see those ones kind of curved there, then I start these ones off the edge. And like, again, like, see these ones curved here, and I'm going to start a new bunch. Curving off of that. You know, when you first do the couple, you might look at it and think, yeah, but once you sort of get a lot of them, you realise how effective the whole layering system of the curves are. I'm going to bring these ones right up and over the head. You can play around here with direction if you wanted to, and that I'm going a few different ways. And that. And once you got that, you can add like here, you know the way we've done the beard, you can do that again afterwards. I'm going to do that around here, come off the top bit. So I'm going to do a little few flicks, come back and work off of it. So you kind of work to a point, then just work some lines coming back off of it. I'm going to make these slowly get longer as they get towards that top bit of the back. And then I'm going to have like one big piece kind of going just here off the back. And just keep making to a point and just flicking lines off of it just like that. Just like that, so it's got like a kind of furry back almost. And that's pretty much it for the face. The face is the hardest bit, you know, the hardest bit's now over with. And that the claws, I'm going to start here. Same thing we've done before, I'm just going to bring in like these little curvy lines. Just make a nice big semicircle, just there. And that, let's start on this side. Bring in a claw shape. Another one next to it. Now, the middle one, do like a circle, but don't attach the ends. You know, you're making a little paw there. And that, a little claw. And do a second one off the edge. And then do this. I like to do 4 of these. And that. But the second one I like to make stand out and then have the others curve around it. It just kind of makes the paw make the most sense. And that, once we've done that, bring a little flick here. And that, and now the arm movement. You know, you can play around with this, but you want to curve it. Like, you don't want it to be a straight line. Straight line just looks kind of silly. So we're going to bring in a curve here, curve inwards, and they're going to bring that out and make like a muscle. So we're going to make another curvy bit just off the edge, just like that. You see? Here we're going to have a little kind of a jaggedy bit, just like that. Just makes it look like a animal's, you know, claw rather than a ball of circles. Curve in, curve around, just like that. So you just make it basically going the same way, just making the lines a little bit more interesting, that's all. Right, now again, just here, and that you want to do the same thing, but this time, because I'm going to have this, no, I'll do it the same way, we'll do it the same way. So we have a claw, claw, semicircle around that one, semicircle there. One there. And again, we're just going to make this kind of curve and a semicircle just around it. Little jag line around the edge bit there. And now here I'm going to bring this curve like this. I'm going to flick it out, and I'm going to do some long hairy bits. Just going back, just a few like that. And then we're going to make this bit curve up. Now this is where it might be a bit tricky for you, because you've got to learn to make this shoulder piece right. And that, now what I'd like to do is bring in a curve line like this, bring it back to a point just there, and that. Now I'm going to camouflage this bit with some hair, so we have a nice little join there. Now that's the inside of the shoulder piece, and that. Once you get to the centre of the elbow, I'm going to do the same thing down the head, some of these swells. And that's so, just do a collection of them. Don't do as many as the head though. Just kind of like that. You can make a little bit of hair coming off the edge if you want. Just makes the shoulder, the elbow a bit of a feature rather than just being like a straight curve, which is alright but a little bit boring. And that. Now we're going to bring this line inwards, but we're going to bring this circle out more and curve it in. And that. Right. Now we've got that bit done. No, I'll do the other foot first. Now we're going to go from this foot. And now we're going to bring in a claw. And the second one. Now this foot's more at an angle. So what I'm going to do is start the circle bit on the edge. And this will just make it look like it's pointing a little bit more in that direction. Same thing around the edge, just little semicircle with lines. And now for the foot bit on the edge, I like to bring in a little curve, flick up to a heel, and another little circle bit for the ankle. And that, bring this curve line up, curve it in. And that. Now this bit is just going to be kind of simple, just like straight up. And then we're going to do a very similar bit to what we've done here on the arm, on the shoulder piece. So we're going to bring this line up, bring it down, make like a nice curve. This one's going to go longer though, because that's the back leg. And then we're going to have like the hair bit coming in, curving in here. And that. Now for this one, like I've done in the original picture, I'm going to put a ball in the sand. So I'm just going to do circle shape, just like that. Not my best circle in the world, but it's a quick one. It'll do. And this one I'm going to give a bit of chest hair, I think. So I'm going to bring in some of those lines. Just around that. And then bring in a little bit of hair. Just underneath there. Not necessary, but I just felt it needed it. Sometimes when you placement that, you kind of feel like things need a bit of change. Yeah, never feel afraid to change nor adapt. Just kind of go where the artwork takes you. So the best stuff happens. Right, same thing for the done here, just it, swells. Then on to some hairy bits. And that's going to bring in that line effect we do. And that's going to bring in that shape of the inside bit of the leg there. I'm just going to curve this round now to the bum area. I'd like to make my bum kind of muscular, you know, not just kind of curve around. I like to give it a bit of dynamic shape, you know, like that. Now don't worry, I know at the moment it looks a bit weird because you ain't got the tail in there. Bum always looks weird without a tail. Imagine looking at a dog without a tail. You know, what? A dog that's supposed to have a tail. It'd be kind of random. Like Halsation. Imagine a Halsation without a tail. Be a bit of an odd dog. And that, now we've done that, and do the same thing with those little lines. Just bring in a bunch of layers of this. I like this. I like the tail to kind of curve up, kind of like a dog when it's excited. And that, I feel if it's going the other way, it makes it look like it's, you know, scared. And a lion dog should never be scared. A true dog should always be brave. So like that. And I'm just going to bring in a curve. Just like a little bit of hair. And a bit there. Another one there. Oh, excuse me. Another one there. And then bring this one right across. You can play around with the tail. The tail can be anyhow you want it to be. That's the basic structure of it. But to really make a food dog, it's the little pattern inside that really kind of brings it to life. And it's a simple little detail, but it's a major one. Apply a little circle with pencil if you want. and that just go like say here. And whatever size you do, I like to keep mine all kind of roughly around the same size. And that, and just do that little line effect at an angle until you make a circle out of it, just like that. And just keep placing them around roughly about the same kind of distance. If you're near an edge, just do it as if you was going around in a circle like that, and just stop. Just going to put these everywhere. Only on the skin bits though, never put it on like, you know, the hair bits. Doesn't make sense to have a pattern on hair. Unless the hair is the pattern. Just like that. I'm going to put a couple on the ears and the head. Just there, maybe one here. Keep going around. You're doing quicker than you realise. When you first start, like, it's going to take ages, but a couple of minutes and you're done. Then I think one little bit just here. Yeah, that'll do me, I think. And then once you've done this, like I usually do, a bit of line weight, just going to thicken up some of the lines around the edge, and that just make it a little bit more dynamic. Like that. And I'm only going to do lines on the actual parts that are lines. I'm not going to go increasing the hair size and stuff for now. I kind of like the fact that the hair is like thin lines and then you get these bold lines. And that around the edge. There we go. So you see you got a nice little food dog there. Now if you want to put in some extras you can put a little more detail on here, put some fire around the edges and stuff. Some little clouds, I mean, that's like the cloud around the edge. That's a stone pen so you can see. Just bring in a curve, curve, small curve, curve. just off the edge, and that, you know, little detail bits, you know, you could have like, you know, rock bit around the foot. You know, make it look like you're standing on something. And that, you know, there's loads of things you can do to, you know, improve it and change it and get bits, you know, seen. There's some easy one. The clouds are always a good easy background bit. They always add to it quite nicely. Yeah. So you see? Yeah, so there you have it. How to draw a food dog. And I hope you like it. And that, I hope you stick around, watch some more videos. Quickly rub this background bit out so it's nice and clean. Forgot to do that last time. So you see the finished product. So yeah, there you have it. How to draw a food dog. And check out my other videos. Come back, say hi. Any other videos you want to see, just let me know and I'll try to get around to them. Sometimes it takes me a while, but I'm trying to do these quite regularly now. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. I'm the Broken Puppet, and I will see you next time. Peace out.